Hi, I'm here with Cutis Da Silva, and he is a class of 2023 here at RLS. And we'll be asking you a few questions today.
Sounds good.
So, to start off, we'll start off pretty simple. Where were you before you joined Stevenson?
Yeah, so before I came to Stevenson, I was at Pacific Grove Middle School. I went to like the Pacific Grove School District all throughout since kindergarten. So the transition to Stevenson was definitely was definitely difficult. Leaving all my friends, and so. But what I was looking for at Stevenson was like a new community, a new group of people who would like welcome me in, and that's kind of what I found at Stevenson, like supporting me through academics and sports as well. So yeah.
Yeah. And were there any teachers who have inspired you or who have been a mentor to you throughout your years here at Stevenson?
Yeah, so ever since I came to Stevenson, Mr. Bates has always been like a mentor to me in a way. Like, he was always guiding me. And even before I was accepted to Stevenson, I visited, and he was the first teacher I met. Just because I was interested in golf, and even outside of golf, I have him as a teacher in one of my classes, which has been an amazing experience. He brings a similar energy to golf and in the classroom, where he is just like enjoyable to be around. And he's always been supportive of me since like freshman year, even on the golf team. Being new to everything, he was always supportive and
Yeah,
like taught me everything about the school and about sports and like managing all that. And so he's always been a big help to me.
that's great to hear. What was your best academic moment at Stevenson?
Yeah, so I've been lucky enough to be a part of Symposium for the last 2 years. Because my freshman and sophomore year we didn't have it, but the last 2 years, Symposium's been amazing. Especially this year, hearing all the different guest speakers was amazing. You get like a similar idea from like multiple different perspectives for people in different professions, and so I always thought that was pretty interesting. So I kind of enjoyed that, and I was able to take a lot away from it, which is really the end goal. Was just like to take something away from it. So I feel like I was definitely successful in that.
Yeah. What was your best individual sports achievement at Stevenson?
So I think last year, the golf team won league championships. I know the start of the season we had the goal of winning league championships, and then even further. But last year it never worked out with CCS. But I think it was pretty sweet for us to win league championships. It's always like the first step into like playoffs, right? This league championship, and then CCS and onwards. So to be able to like set that like it's like a good way to start playoffs, winning league championships, and everyone kind of came together, played well, which was really cool to see.
Yeah. What's your best individual sports achievement at Stevenson?
Yeah, so the De La Salle Invitational freshman year. I mean, I'm new freshman year. It was the first tournament we played as well. I won individually, which helped the team come second as well. So I thought that was pretty sweet. I was new to everything. I was very nervous. I remember the van ride up is like 2 hours, and the whole time I was just like, oh no, this is really stressful. And even the start, it was a very rough start, but I was able to get it done and like kind of like set the standard for where I should be with like my golf game, especially being first tournament of your high school career and started off that high.
Do you
Kind
remember
of
what you shot?
two under,
Wow,
two under, yeah,
that's insane.
yeah. So that was a fun round. I remember the look on Mr. Bates' face. He asked, he was like, "What'd you shoot?" And I was like, 2 under. He's like, look at me. He's like, "There's no way you shot 2 under." I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, that's pretty sweet." Cause like it's your first tournament, you don't know what to expect, and you're kind of just like, "I'll just go out, have fun."
Yeah.
So that was kind of cool.
What's your best overall memory that you've had at Stevenson?
Yeah, so I remember freshman year was the science retreat. I wasn't lucky enough to go on expo or anything sophomore year, but the freshman science retreat was pretty cool. I remember I still was meeting everyone, and so that was kind of a moment where I like met a lot of my friends who I'd keep up until now. So that was like towards the beginning of freshman year as well. So met a lot of new people, a lot of teachers, and got to enjoy just being outside. It was memorable, especially because it was raining pretty much the whole time. So it was like survival, right? I didn't bring enough clothes and all this. So it was like it was like a memorable experience in a good way and bad way. But I'll definitely take a lot out of it.
And now that we know that you play golf, where are you gonna be going for college, and what sport will you be playing and studying?
Yeah, so I plan on attending Pepperdine. I've been verbally committed since junior year. So I'm gonna be playing golf at Pepperdine and also be studying business. So I could definitely compare that to like my time at Stevenson, where I'm balancing academics and I'm balancing sports at the same time. So I hope to take a lot from what I learned at Stevenson until into my college years. I know it'll be like definitely a different like element pretty much, but I hope to do both and succeed at both, and we'll see where it takes me.
And what do you feel was your greatest contribution to the school?
Yeah, so I worked last year as a tutor in the math department. I just was helping out kids. I was planning on doing that earlier, freshman, sophomore year, but COVID. So I worked as a tutor last year, which was really fun. I appreciate like giving back, and especially like my earlier years at school. I really wish I had someone that was like a tutor to help me out. So that was what I really appreciated doing that. And also on the golf team, I kind of worked as like a mentor slash tutor to other younger players, being the captain for the last 3 years. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's amazing. That's very nice of you. And what was the most valuable lesson that you learned at school?
Yeah, so I learned just like the beauty and like a challenge basically. At the very start of school I was like, "Oh, this is so difficult." And I didn't really like appreciate this. I was like, "This is stressful. I'm stressed out." And I don't know. So I learned in my last couple of years to like appreciate the challenges cuz it really like helped me grow, like like if something just came really easy, you wouldn't really take much away from it. So I kind of learned to like accept how difficult it was and like embrace that, and it's really like helped me grow. I'm more comfortable now, and I still try to find challenges. If something's not challenging, I'll try to step out of my comfort zone and find something else that's challenging.
Yeah,
Yeah, so that kind of just helped me grow a lot.
that's great to hear.
Yeah.
And lastly, what advice would you give to incoming students?
Yeah, so I would advise a lot of the incoming students to take advantage of the teachers and faculty members that are here at school. A lot of them are super welcome. Or actually, every teacher and faculty member super welcoming, and they'll help you out in any way possible. I feel like I have a connection with every teacher here at Stevenson, whether I've just been up and introduced myself to them or had gone up to them and asked for help or talked to them at any point in time. So to be able to have that big resource, to talk to anyone on campus to ask for help if you need anything has been like super helpful for me. I never really feel alone. I always have someone I want to go be able to talk to if I need help with anything. So yeah.
That's great to hear. That's definitely some advice that people will use for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time today, Curtis.
Thank you.